I got another video for y'all. This Anonymous season 1, episode 9. Let's get into it. So Jack ends up going home. That already told me who the Anonymous was, because no way his lover and friend Andy would make a move like that. And this nigga Andy's such a dick rider, bruh. Like, he over there talking about, it was played so beautifully, so I can't, it was sloppy. Continue. So I can't really be mad. And then he's talking to Dylan and Nina. He's like, Dylan isn't showing a lot of emotion that Jack went home. Maybe he has something to do with it, which he did. Andy is like, I want him removed. Like, bruh, you are such a fucking dick rider, bruh. And you doing this shit to hide your true feelings. Y'all remember when that nigga Andy told on himself earlier this season when he was like, oh, I don't think Lightning likes gay people. Nigga, what? Like, bro, that nigga was out there telling on himself, and he still feel that way. The difference is now he actually got a reasonable justification, which still ain't even really reasonable, but he got some sort of reasonable justification to get Dylan out. He couldn't have just got him out before when the nigga was gay and he didn't approve of it, because you know he's an older white man, so you know they don't rock like that. But now he could say, oh, he got Jack out, I want him out. Like, nigga, that nigga was two-faced. You sitting up here trying to defend him and get back in his name. That nigga was over there doing shit he didn't even have to do. Yes, putting you up one time, that was throwing niggas off the scent for doing that shit for the one time. But to sit up there and do that shit weekly, that nigga did not have to do that shit weekly. And I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say, bro. That nigga was that shit was fake to me. Him doing it one time, that wasn't fake. That's him playing the game, throwing niggas off his scent, whatever. That nigga purposefully went in there week to week and was Andy. And how people didn't know is baffling to me. And that nigga Andy was really confused. Like, what? I can't trust a fellow white man? Like, I can't trust a young, witty fellow white male? Like, shut the fuck. Like, this nigga is pitiful. He's a disgrace. Talking about some, he got Jack out. Nigga, and Jack was gonna get you out. Stop sucking that nigga's dick. So today, the two players with the most votes will be all, and like, bruh, and some just told me when Jack announced that he was football, some just told me Andy's not gonna care. And Jack could go and murder Andy's family, and Andy won't care. Like, nothing. Like, I get it. That's definitely a more serious situation, but I just, like, you just can't lead me to believe that Andy was gonna care. Like, Jack couldn't have done nothing, and Andy would have cared. Like. But anyway, today the two players with the most votes will be voted off. Dylan and Christopher get the most votes, and afterwards, Dylan was like, y'all want to see how it'll be without Dylan in the house? Fine. Dylan is going on silent mode starting now. Nigga, I promise nobody cares. If anything, we will thank you. Like, I mean, hell, if this is all it took to get your extra ass to shut the fuck up, nigga, I'd have voted for you forever ago. Damn, why didn't you get us hit? Why didn't you get us privy on game beforehand, nigga? I would have been voting on your nigga. I would have pulled a Jack, nigga. I would have came in this bitch every day talking about, Dylan gonna get Dylan, I can't stand it, nigga. I'm going in that bitch on that type time, nigga. If I knew that was all it took to get you to stop going around here doing the most, nigga. So they ended up playing bluff again. Of course, they hit the bluff arena, and Dylan and Christopher aren't going to be the ones playing bluff. The ones that is going to playing everybody else who is safe is going to be the ones who's playing bluff, and then whoever is not safe is going to join Dylan and Christopher in, elimination and being up for elimination or whatever. So seemingly the house cared about Dylan's silence. So, I'm like, wow, this nigga sat up here, and it was hilarious when they said that when everybody else who was safe was gonna be playing for the to not be eliminated or to be at risk. I'm like, wow, this nigga sat up here and did the most, and his chance of going higher is getting lower because another motherfucker might be getting thrown in the fold, might be getting thrown in the mix, which to some extent really don't matter because it just really depends on what the anonymous want to do. Whether it's 2 people or 6 motherfuckers up for elimination, it just really is up to the anonymous. So Bisma and Marcel will join Christopher and Dylan in elimination. And that nigga Dylan goes off at the end. He was like, I was quiet today because I wanted to show y'all how boring the house was and how lame and surface level these convos were. So if you guys want to send me home and have a lame, boring experience in the finale, then so be it. You really are gay. This nigga really is just a diva. Like, nigga, nobody cares. Like, I'm so mad. Like, are they scared of this nigga? Like, they dead ass just sat there and just didn't say anything. I'm like, bruh, can somebody please announce to this nigga, nobody gives a fuck. We don't care, nigga, about this nigga sitting up here talking about having fun. Nigga, it's gonna be fun when I get 100K. What are we saying right now, nigga? Like, I'm sorry. Somebody gotta sometimes you gotta humble a motherfucker. Sometimes a motherfucker gotta get toned down a couple notches. Dylan, you cool. You're not really funny. I ain't laughed at nothing you said, but you cool people. Your energy is always good. Your outfits, some of them is misses, some of them is hits, more misses than hits, but it is what it is. You got your own distinctive style. But nigga, we don't need you here. We don't need nobody here. Hell, they don't even need me here. You know what I'm saying? This is me saying this on my own behalf. Like, like, fuck, this nigga think he, like, you think niggas is just gonna keep you around because, like, nobody cares, nigga. The fuck? Like, I'm so mad nobody said that. And then afterwards, Nina and Lily and shit was like, man, that was a risk to me. Like, that was a bread. That's not a risk. That's not a risk because y'all didn't turn his ass down. Y'all sitting up there scared of that nigga. That ain't no damn risk. He knew he was going to be able, just like when he called Christopher out, he knew Christopher was a bitch. So he knew he could call Christopher out. Christopher, bitch, I wasn't going to say nothing. that wasn't a risk. When he told Christopher that nigga was going home, that wasn't no fucking risk. Because he knew Christopher was a bitch. And we pulling his whole card. Dylan sitting up there in front of y'all telling y'all like, oh, I did this. Like, it was lame. Y'all are boring as fuck. I'm like, bro, he's saying that because he know Andy a bitch. He a hoe. And he be sucking dick. That nigga gay too. Ain't nothing wrong with gay niggas. That nigga gay too. Fucking Nina, she sitting up here. She don't want to speak because she got her whole card pulled last episode or 2 episodes ago when he said she was fired. Victoria don't want to say nothing because Victoria want motherfuckers to think she's stupid. But if you was stupid, you wouldn't have made it this far. I don't trust that bitch. We been known Christopher was a bitch. And Marcel, nigga, Marcel's Marcel. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Nobody tripping over that nigga Marcel. So it's like, what you mean that's a, man, that nigga don't give a fuck. And I respect that he don't give a fuck. Y'all sat up here and made this man believe he was the life of the party and he just be doing shit on his own. We gonna be cool. Guess what? If Dylan go home, like, bro, I wish that nigga would have stood up and said something. Nigga, I'd have turned that nigga down so fast. Look, nigga, if you leave, I promise we don't care. Or I won't. I ain't even gonna speak for everybody. I promise, nigga, we don't. And Bisma, she be trying to be on everybody's good side. So Bisma and Lily in that same boat. Bisma and Lily just gonna be say whatever they need to say to be on everybody's good side. So he knew they was some hoes too. So it like, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I wish that nigga would. I would turn that nigga down so fast. Like, bro, I promise you, I don't care. Nigga, if you go home tonight, boring or fun, nigga, breakfast, the breakfast is still gonna be served tomorrow. The sun is still gonna set. I'm still gonna wake up in this big ass villa with this pool in this bitch, nigga. The fuck, nigga, that's gonna be fun enough to be in a multi-million-dollar villa that got a pool in the bitch and breakfast getting served, nigga. About to give a fuck if you here or not, nigga. You don't run shit in this bitch. But like I said, y'all, what is they gonna do about it? Probably nothing. Probably nothing. That's why I said, he know y'all hoe. I bet you Dylan stay. And they said Marcel was safe. So I think it's Bisma, Christopher, and Dylan, because I think they said Marcel was safe. So anyway, the anonymous is between Nina and Andy. And if it's Andy, of course, we've already discussed, and if it's Andy, he gonna get that get back and he gonna get Dylan out. If it's Nina, of course, she gonna save Dylan and she gonna probably get out Christopher because that's how she been talking this whole time. I know what you're thinking. Like, well, she's cooler with Christopher. Even though she wants to get Christopher out, she's cooler with Christopher than Bismarck. Hey, it's time to make that pay, nigga. Don't nobody give a fuck about who cool with who. That's why I said, told this nigga, nobody give a fuck, nigga. This shit was earlier in the game. We still wouldn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? This shit was earlier in the game. We still wouldn't give a fuck. But we would give more of a fuck if it was at the beginning of the game. You know what I'm saying? But now it's to the point, nigga, where nigga, the money in our grasp, nigga, the money in our hands, nigga, we don't give a fuck about no fun, nigga. Give a fuck about no real conversation and motherfuckers really getting to know people. Like, what the fuck? Niggas don't care. But anyway, yeah. That's the end of this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, friends on computer book.